Hello and welcome to Project eTrout. My name is Than Hitt and I'm a fish biologist with the U.S. Geological Survey at the Leetown Science Center in West Virginia.
And I'm Carly Rogers. I'm also a biologist at the Leetown Science Center.
Today we're going to explain what Project eTrout is about, what we're going to learn, and how it's going to work.
And we'll give you some tips for how to identify the fish species that you'll see.
Now the first thing to know is that this project only works when you participate, so we really appreciate your help. And right now you may be sitting in a classroom in New York or West Virginia or California, but you should know that when you participate in this project, you're part of a much larger team. You're collaborating with hundreds of other students, anglers, and citizen scientists of all ages.
That's right. And our main goal is to learn about fish biology by seeing the world from the fish's perspective.
And we can really learn a lot this way. We can see where there are many fish, where there are few, and how fish habitat varies from place to place. We can also see how fish are using habitat, how they feed, and how they interact.
And maybe someday we'll all go snorkeling together, but until then, we're going to use the internet to take us there.
We're going to be using underwater cameras like this that record in 360 degrees, so we can see these streams from the fish's point of view. Last summer we went to Shenandoah National Park in Virginia and collected videos from a gorgeous trout stream in the national park, and these are the videos you'll use in this project.
Your task is to watch these videos and count the adult trout. Then we'll summarize the overall results and we'll report back to you to explain what we've learned.
There are 4 steps to follow in this project. First, go to the project homepage. It's at tiny.cc/eTrout. Second, find the links to the video website and user guide there. Third, dive in and count the trout. And finally, you'll enter your fish counts in the website.
Here's what the homepage looks like. That's where you'll find a link to the video website. When you get there, you'll have an option to watch videos in regular mode or virtual reality mode. You can use the VR with standard computer monitors or VR goggles. It's completely up to you.
Okay, here's a snapshot of what the VR videos will look like. Just remember, hold your breath before you start watching these videos. I am just kidding. In fact, I highly recommend breathing throughout this exercise.
After you dive in, you'll see at least 2 fish species, brook trout and black-nosed dace, and we'll show you how to identify them. First, let's look at the brook trout.
Brook trout are native to eastern North America and they require very cold water, so they're an important indicator species for climate change. They're also highly prized by anglers, so conservation of this species is important for many reasons.
There are 3 main features you can use to identify a brook trout. First, you can see a white leading edge on most of the fins. You can also see a pattern of wavy marks on their back. And finally, you can also see a small fleshy fin on their back called an adipose fin.
You'll also see a species called black-nosed dace. This is a species of minnow, and by the way, the term minnow doesn't mean any small fish. It actually refers to a group of fish that share a common ancestor. So the term minnow is about evolutionary history, not about how big fish are. Got it? But back to the black-nosed dace. The first thing you'll notice is a dark stripe which runs along their sides and onto their nose. And you won't see the wavy patterns on their back or the adipose fin that brook trout have.
In general, brook trout are much larger than black-nosed dace, but be careful because young trout can be the same size as adult dace. One way to distinguish juvenile brook trout is by the dark ovals on their sides called parr marks. Try not to include the young trout or black-nosed dace in your counts. Just focus on counting the adult trout in each video.
And when you finish watching the videos, you'll enter your counts on the website, and we'll summarize the results and report back to you in another video. In the meantime, you can contact me with questions or feedback, and you can share your experience on Twitter using hashtags eTrout, fish, and CitSci. That's short for citizen science. This is what Project eTrout is about. Students and citizens across the nation working together on trout biology and conservation.
So that's it. Thanks again for your help, and we'll see you soon.